Hey guys, in this Smash Ultimate speculation video, I'm going to be revisiting stages. As said in the Direct, Smash Ultimate has 103 stages. 99 of those are returning stages. The 4 new stages are New Donk City Hall from Super Mario Odyssey, Great Plateau Tower from The Legend of Zelda: The Breath of the Wild, Moray Towers from Splatoon, and Dracula's Castle from Castlevania. All stages have Final Destination and Battlefield forms. There's also the ability to turn off stage hazards, but it has not been confirmed if this applies to all stages. Also, there's a new option called Stage Mode, where you switch between 2 stages throughout the fight. Finally, all songs from certain franchises play on all stages from that franchise. Now, we're not sure if this is the exact total of stages, but I think this is the total. Sakurai only gives exact numbers when there's nothing left to reveal. So, it does seem like we won't be getting any more stages. This most likely means we won't get any more new characters from new franchises, since they would likely need a home stage. This also means that there are 17 stages that didn't make it. I think these stages actually do have a chance of returning though, if DLC is made, similar to Smash 4. So I'm going to rate the chances of each stage to see if I think they could possibly return in the future if there is an opening for these stages to return. From Smash 64, only 2 stages were left behind. The first one is Planet Zebes. This stage is very similar to Brinstar, but it has a unique layout. It might be a bit redundant to bring this back, but it would also be nice to see another stage from the original join the rest in the most recent game. I think it's possible. The last one is Sector Z. Similar to Planet Zebes, Sector Z is similar in design to Corneria, so I feel this has the same pros and cons, so I'll give it the same score. For Melee, there are 5 missing stages. First is Mushroom Kingdom, which, once again, is similar in design to Mushroom Kingdom 64, but has a unique layout. I think it's possible to return. Next is Fuck no. This is the worst stage in Melee. We could have gotten Sprout Tower, but instead we got the laziest stage ever. The background looks like a PC wallpaper, and the platforms are just Pokemon Stadium models. It's a rushed mess, and I never want to see it ever again. Next is Mute City. Once again, similar to Port Town Arrow Dive, different layouts, possible to return. Next is Icicle Mountain, a vertical scrolling stage. It seems like vertical stages like this aren't being focused on anymore, since we got no new or returning ones in Smash 4 or Smash Ultimate. This seems unlikely. The final stage is Flat Zone, which technically is already in Smash Ultimate, since it is part of Flat Zone X. So it makes no sense to bring this or Brawl's Flat Zone 2 back if they are technically already in the game. Speaking of Brawl, there are 3 missing stages, and we already talked about one of them. So, let's move on to the last 2. First is Rumble Falls, another vertical scrolling stage. The thing is, this is an even worse version of Icicle Mountain. The speed randomly increases, and there are insta-kill spikes in multiple areas. This stage was horrible, and I don't see it returning. Finally, we have PictoChat. We have PictoChat 2, which does have different layouts from the original. Also, we have both Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2 in Smash Ultimate, so having both PictoChats isn't out of the realm of possibility. I'll put it under possible. Next is both Smash 3DS and Wii U. Let's start with the 2 stages from the 3DS version. First is Rainbow Road from Mario Kart 7. This stage is so unique from the other Mario Kart stages, and represents the most difficult track in Mario Kart. Why not bring it back? I think it's between possible and likely. The last one is Pac Maze. It has personal console mechanics, but all the other stages like this have returned. There is also the fact that we already have Pac-Land, but we do have both Green Hill Zone and Windy Hill Zone in Smash Ultimate, so we can have multiple Pac-Man stages. It's sad that this isn't back. I would love to see it back, but it might not come back, so I'll just put it under likely. Finally, there are 5 missing Wii U stages. The first one is Jungle Hijinks. This stage represents the modern Donkey Kong Country games with the background mechanics. This stage should return, especially since we didn't get a Tropical Freeze stage. I'll give it a combination of possible and likely, because we could get a new Tropical Freeze stage instead of this returning. Next is Pyrosphere, a stage where Ridley is a stage boss. Yeah, no. I know this isn't the same Ridley as the one playable in Smash Ultimate, but I still think it's unlikely. Next is Woolly World. I don't understand why this didn't return. Yoshi's Woolly World is on 2 consoles, and the new Yoshi Switch game uses a Yarn Yoshi design, as well as cardboard. This cardboard style was added to the new redesigns for past Yoshi stages, similar to Corneria being redesigned to look like the Star Fox Zero Corneria to represent Star Fox Zero. I think the stage is likely to return. Speaking of Star Fox, next stage is Orbital Gate Assault. This stage was in development for almost an entire year, but it was seen as a bad stage since it was pretty much you fighting on a cinematic. You started on the Great Fox, then jumped on a missile, then got blown onto R-Wings, then dropped off onto another missile, then back on the R-Wings, and finally you returned to the Great Fox, where this series of events would loop. There was also a codec you could activate on the stage, which just made it seem even more like a cutscene than a stage. Since fans don't like how chaotic it is, but it did take so long to make, I'll put it under possible. And finally, nope. Which of these missing stages do you think could return if there is a future opportunity for these stages to make a comeback? Let me know in the comments below, and stay tuned for my next Smash speculation video where I revisit Echo Fighters.